Most beautiful things about James Gunn's Superman was a very personal and poignant casting for an actor that does not get enough work, and that is Anthony Carrigan. When you understand Carrigan's story, who inspires him, and what Metamorpho represents, I think it's incredibly sweet. As I said, I think Carrigan does not get enough work, but he was one of the best parts of Gotham as Victor Zsasz. Popped up in Death of a Unicorn this year, did not like that movie, but I thought his comedic chops were absolutely wonderful. He crushed that role. While I loved Anthony's take on Victor Zsasz, he was sensational. He's kind of got typecast a lot in both film and TV as a villain. This is one of the reasons I loved seeing him step into this character that brings so much heart to the story. He was diagnosed with the autoimmune disease alopecia at age 3. He was able to manage it as a kid, but it got worse as he got older. About this role, he said, quote, "I think the reason why Gunn called me in specifically was because I really understood on a human level this idea of feeling different, feeling like something that happens to you feels like a curse." He said, "Alopecia is an interesting experience to go through because it more than anything rocks your world when it comes to your identity. You go from someone who moves through the world in a way where everyone looks at you and you are who you are, then all of a sudden things start to change on your head and on your face. People stop looking at you and they start looking at your condition, and that is really alienating, a very dehumanizing thing. Villains don't really accept themselves that much. Superheroes tend to. There's this concept of acknowledging one's journey and leading with love as opposed to bitterness and wishing that you could change." Talked about how this has affected his career, how it's affected people that have worked with him, and he's felt like he's not attractive enough to get cast. I have to say, I think Anthony's a very handsome, striking guy. I think he looks great, and I hope he continues to get more work, like I mentioned. Another beautiful thing here is that Carrigan was inspired by Christopher Reeve himself, a man who was diagnosed with alopecia at 16. He said, quote, "As a kid, his mom told him about Christopher Reeve, and that was really special because he figured, well, if Superman can have alopecia, I can have alopecia." Talking about taking this thing that used to affect his self-esteem and turning it into a superpower, giving him a unique look that helps him stand out from other actors. The parallels here are absolutely beautiful. I think he gets one of the best moments of the film that's centered around creation and light. I absolutely love that scene. I think that moment drives home a lot of the points the film is trying to make, and I'm so happy that Anthony got this role. If you'd like a full review of the new Superman, new episode of Goodwill Podcasting is now live all of these places. Joined by Sean, aka Modern Mythos, a huge Superman fan who did not like the movie as much as we did. Think it was a good, respectful conversation with some great discourse. Hope you enjoy.